the book that I'm going to be sharing on today for this bookathon, let me tell you, this book is complete fire. It is so good. And I bought the Audible version of it, and it's by Marshawn Evans Daniels, Believe Bigger. The book, I think on Audible, I think altogether it's about 9 hours or something like that. But it is brilliant. I wrote down so many notes on it. I just have to get my piece of paper and be writing, and the book is awesome. It's really good, and I will really encourage any woman in this group to get this book. It's Believe Bigger by Marshawn Evans Daniels. It is so good, and she goes in and she charts her story from when she was growing up to how she became successful in corporate America, to how when she became engaged, and then a couple of weeks or so before she was due to walk down the aisle, she found out, and I think it was a week before she was due to get married, she found out that her fiance was having an affair. So then she had to cancel the wedding, and she talks about all of that, and then she talks of how she built herself back up from that low point. She couldn't get any lower because she gave up her businesses for him. She packed up all her businesses. She had one of the most successful marketing companies in the States. She was it as far as business goes, corporate America goes, everything. And she packed it all up for this guy, and he was having an affair, and she charts how she got herself back on her feet. And let me tell you, it is an awesome book. This woman really puts herself out to really share her story. Please leave your comments below. Please share with me where you're coming from, and I can respond to the comments later. So because I've got so many notes from this book, I'm just going to share snippets from the book. It is so good. Listening to it is so good. I really encourage you to get that book and to really sit down and read it, because in the book she also has lots of PDFs that she refers you to. I'm gonna have to see if I can download the PDFs or go to the website where she's got them. You can download the PDFs and you can work on yourself. So she gives you little homeworks, little tests to do where you can work on yourself and begin to build yourself up. It's an awesome book, let me tell you. So let me just get some of I'm just going to share a few of the one-liners or some of the things that she says. She says a lot. The whole book is to be underlined. That's just me. So let me just share with you some of the things that she shared in this awesome book. I even had to leave a comment about the book on her Instagram page because she's very good. She says in the book, your gift should help to unlock the gifts and the greatness in others. Your gift should help to unlock the gifts in other people. That really ministered to me, because I've realized that I've been sharing my gift now maybe for about a couple of years or so, sharing my gift, and people have come back to me, or they've inboxed me on Instagram or sent me an email or something, and they said, they're really glad that I decided to share what I shared at that particular moment in time, because it was pivotal and it's really helped them to get moving. I've put 2 of the referrals that I've got, I've put those on my my website page. And one of them, she was very shy, very introverted, and she is now writing blogs. She lives in the States, she's writing blogs, she's doing different things. And, just hearing the different stories of people sharing with me how me sharing what I had has blessed them is a real encouragement to me. So your gift should unlock the gift of other people, and that's why it's important to share your gift. That's why it's important for you not to sit on it, because somebody is waiting on you to unlock yours so that they can be unlocked. If TDJ decided to sit down and not share his gift, a lot of women would have remained locked up. He's liberated a lot of women. If different influencers and you know, people who preach the word, people who coach, if they decided not to share their gift, a lot of people would remain locked up. But because they were willing to share their gift, they helped to unlock other people. And that should be a challenge to all of us. Okay? In the book as well, she encourages you to use the gift of your voice. Use your voice. It doesn't matter if you've got a stutter like me. It doesn't matter if you're trying to string a couple of words together and they're tongue-tied. It doesn't matter. Use the gift of your voice. Use the power of your story to get your gift out so that you can uplift other people. Okay, one thing I love about the book is that she learned from her failures and she shares what her failures are. Marshawn shares what her failures are, and she shares what she's learned from them, and she shares a whole list of lessons that she learned from her broken engagement. So she obviously had to take time to heal and everything from the broken engagement, but she used it to share with other women, to begin to build other women up. And as she was sharing and unlocking other women, she was also unlocking herself. She was given that pain a voice to release itself and also to build up other people. Okay, she says as well that your career is man-made, but your calling is God-led. Your career is man-made. Your calling is God-led. And we have to search to being God-led. We've got to find our calling and run with it. She says that even though she was in corporate America, she was in one of the best law firms in the United States. She was doing all these corporate things, getting fantastic money. It was a career. Somehow it wasn't satisfying her. Though you know, she was earning tons of money. She was, I mean, as far as materialistic things go, she wasn't lacking for anything. She was not short of money, but it wasn't satisfying her. And when she decided to give that up, she said that her friends and that they couldn't understand. You're earning all this money, you're doing really well, you X, Y, and Z, and they couldn't understand why she gave it up. But it was her career, it was her calling. It was her career, it wasn't her calling. So she shares how she found a lot of fulfillment. She was sent to work on this project where, like, I think it was like a legal aid project where people who couldn't afford to represent themselves in court, she went and did some, I think, she called it pro bono work she was doing. And she managed to help some people with their housing and different things. And she received a lot of personal satisfaction by doing these types of cases. It was because those kinds of people were attached to her calling, and that's why she was finding fulfillment in helping these people who couldn't afford it. Okay. So let me give you another one-liner that she said. Yes, she says that everything created has a purpose. Everything created has a purpose, and we are interdependent on each other. We need each other. She gave an example of bees and flowers. The flowers need the bees, and the bees need the flowers. So the bees will go to the flower. The bees will harvest some of the pollen, take it off to the beehive, and there they will turn it into honey and do what they need to do. Also, with this bee collecting from the flower, you get cross-pollination, you get some few little seeds maybe being dropped here and there. So the relationship between the bee and the flower is interdependent. And she says that everything created has a purpose. So if you're watching this and you feel that you don't have a purpose, it's a lie. If you feel people are telling you that you're not qualified, that you're not any good, that's a lie. The truth is you are needed, you have a purpose, and people need the gift of God inside of you. So make sure you go out there and do what you need to do to get your gift out. Okay, and I'm just going to give you one more. There's so much, let me tell you. And she gives an acronym which I really love. And the acronym is GIFT. G-I-F-T. G-I-F-T. And the acronym stands for God's Intended Future Treasures. God's intended future treasure. You are God's treasure. You are God's handiwork. And you got to take responsibility in the fact that you have to really know that you are God's intended treasure. You are God's gift. G-I-F-T. You may not see the treasure now. You may not appreciate where you're now. People might not appreciate it. People didn't always appreciate Marshawn because when she was at school, she was labelled as, the only word that I can kind of remember is she was labelled as a child that would not do well, that she had special needs. And this woman is running a multi-million-dollar business now. She was labelled something which would have short-circuited her future if she believed it. But she didn't take it on. She grew up in a home where her parents really supported her. And she came to realize as she got older that she was God's intended future treasure. So she didn't take on the labels of people. Even though she was crushed and broken by the fact that she had a broken engagement, she didn't take that on because she remembered that she was God's intended future treasure. She was God's gift, and she is God's gift, and she's doing fantastic things now, let me tell you. So that's just a few of the quotes and some of the passages that I'm sharing with you from this book. I'm going to see if I can just bring up the front so that you can see the beginning. Let me show you the front of the book so that you can get it. Let me see if I can show it. So this is it. I hope you can see it. Let me put it up like that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Believe Bigger. That is the book that you need to get in it, and I'm relishing it. Honestly, it's such a good book. I have to get the hard copy because there was if I was reading it, I'd be underlining all the time. It's excellent. So I hope that you received something from what I shared today. And have a great day. Once again, thank you, Tammy, for allowing me to share the book that I'm reading in August or listening to in August with Wham. And God bless you all. Thank you, Tammy, and have a fantastic day. Don't forget to leave your comments at the bottom of the screen so that I can respond to you later on when the notifications flash up on my phone. Okay, bye.